Friday, April 25th, I touted uh, Vow of Secrecy, number 8 in the sixth race at Aqueduct. And he didn't run awful, but certainly not good enough to win. Finished fourth at 3.75 to 1. And overall, this was a very tough day for picks at Aqueduct and Keeneland, although there was one very bright, shining spot, and we will get to that. But first, we'll take the $6 loss on the bankroll, and uh, bankroll started at $500 back in early November, and the wager each day is always 1.5% of what's in the bankroll, and when lucky enough to win, 7% of the profit goes into the piggy bank on the far right column. So, recapping the full card selections for Aqueduct and Keeneland. Started Aqueduct, and um, race 2, my top pick 1 paid $4. Race 3, my top pick 1 paid $6.20. And that cold daily double was $6.90 for a dollar. Then I have to go to race number 7, where Friend of the Devil was my third choice, and just absolutely ran them off their heels. Easily wired the field, paying $10.20. And then the big, bright, shiny spot was race 8, where my second choice won, paying $101.50 to win, and beating my top choice, who was the even money favorite, and the exacta came back at $191.25. And the late double, $217.25. So number 9, Alan Turry, in race 8, had only raced once and showed absolutely nothing on dirt, and went onto the turf. And my breeding information showed had great class potential. It was a very, very well-bred horse, and in a unusual barn, really, for a turf horse, and had a very low percentage jockey on him. But when you have good early speed, and early speed has been very dangerous on the first few turf races at Aqueduct, the 49 to 1 shot really one for fun. Closing day, Keeneland was just awful. They had a sloppy track, took the second race off the turf. In race 4, my third choice won, paying $5.08, and beating my top pick. And the exact was $8.96. And the only other winner listed on my card was race 9, again my third choice. The favorite, Unmatched Wisdom, won, paid $3.74 to win. So Keeneland's always a challenge, and especially on very wet days like it was today. So we move on to Saturday's races and go to Aqueduct. And I'll remind you that all the products on breedingwinners.com are now free. It's free to register. My business model now is to let every handicapper make use of my products, and if they help them to a nice score, I will graciously accept any donations you care to send. And I used this business model back in the early days of website, and it worked quite well. And before I started to charge, I was getting more than 5,000 unique visitors a month to my website. So you're lucky to have found me at this early point before I really get into gear, promoting this next week on Derby Week, which will certainly draw a lot more people to this handicapping tool that I developed 30 years ago. So, getting back to tomorrow's play, race 5 at Aqueduct, which is a maiden claiming race, claiming price $30,000, going 7 furlongs for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. And my top pick be number 4, Margot Treasure, 4-year-old maiden filly. It's raced 4 times. Career debut was at Gulfstream Park and maiden special weight, going the 7 furlong distance, and got bumped at the start and trailed the field to 6th throughout, but really only beaten 8.5 lengths. Took a little bit of a break, and race second career race was at Aqueduct, again at 7 furlongs on April 21st, facing New York breds. And in a field of 7, pretty much ran evenly to finish 5th, beaten 5 lengths. Went back to Gulfstream for this January 17th, mile and 70 yards on their all-weather surface. Made an optional claimer, $35,000, and rallied to finish 3rd. Then February 19th, same deal, except with maiden claiming $35,000, going a mile and 70 yards on the all-weather, and got bumped at the start and got shut off at the 16th pole, and actually got moved up via disqualification from 7th place to 6th place. And since then, this 4-year-old filly has been working exceptionally well. So I'm looking for really nice improvement. And looking at the sire statistics, her sire is Vino Rosso. Has had 41 previous winners of this type of race, which is a maiden dirt race for older horses. And 17% of those 41 winners have come at 6.5 to 7.5 furlongs, which is just a touch above average. 15% came when the purse is between $31,000 and $40,000. And the layoff figure is 126, or 26% above average for getting those maiden winners on greater than 60 days rest. Going to the broodmare sire stats, overanalyze is the broodmare sire. Only 5 previous winners of this type of race, so the stats are based on the 23 total dirt winners, 30% in the distance column, 5% in the purse category, and 20% above average for getting winners on greater than 60 days rest. But also note the hefty mud percentage of 30.4%, and it should be a wet day at Aqueduct. And going to the trainer, Barkley Tag, only 4 previous winners over the last 3 years of this type of race. So the stats are based on the 9 total dirt winners. Barkley gets more turf winners than he does dirt winners. And the key here is that the layoff figure of 178 is that Barkley knows how to get horses ready off of a more than 60-day layoff. So good luck on Saturday. If you're playing Aqueduct, like I said, it looks like it's going to be wet, and a good chance they'll take races off the turf. So on my tout sheet, which is free on my website, I make selections for if they stay on the turf, and also make selections for if they switch the race over to the main track. So make it a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.